Yeah, so let's talk about talking to the universe and shit, bro. So like, first things first, I kind of like I don't really want to like talk shit on Christianity off the bat, but I really enjoy talking shit, so I am. So think about it this way, right? If like let's agree this, the universe is let's like define a couple points here. So like the universe is, one of the like the highest state of beings that there is, it's a being that is only in conflict with itself, right? So break this down, like if it's like a damn if it's like, all existence and like a spirit that takes the body of all existence, what are we to a freaking like what are we to a freaking universe, like we're not even a planet. We're not even well, we're trying to be stars. We're working on that, but like we're not exactly stars yet. We're like if you imagine like if you were just going to take, for example purposes, like this body is the universe, right? What are we to this body? If this being the universe, we would be freaking blood cells. So let me dive into that a little more. Do you think you can communicate with your blood cell in the way that your blood cells understands communication? Do you even think your blood cell knows how to communicate? No, not really. Like, yeah, sometimes, like, when you take a dream and you're having those very vivid dreams that are, like, a reflection of your own state of being and all that stuff, and, like, you're dropping down and, like, you put your, like, freaking, like, you take your, like, that whatever consciousness runs your blood cell to be, like, you tell it, go take a break, and then you get to experience life as that. But, like, it wouldn't appear as that because like, when you're a spirit and whatnot, you got to be like, you basically like have to learn how to create your own way to interpret all these different vibrations, because that's the point. You're in your own individual space. So when you interpret a vibration, it's basically like your take on this vibration. Like nobody plays soccer the same damn way. Like only Americans call it soccer. It's football everywhere else. So it's just like, that's just like a brief example of it. So never mind, I'm getting off track a little bit. But talking to the universe, right? So like the universe isn't going to communicate in English in your form of thoughts. Like, do you realize how stupid that sounds? Like, really, think about that. I'm like, exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, you like, it, like, that's a good way to, like, start the direction. But if you're just like, oh, dear God, like, I don't even want to, like, I don't want to pray to God or anything. Cause that's, whatchamacallit? If you, like, really think about, like, it's just like, no, bro, like, you were sold like a crock of shit. Like, how the fuck would that work? Like, oh, just have faith. Like, faith only goes so far, like, if you, like, there's like having faith in your own intentions and setting out what you want to do, and having faith, like, starting a business would work. But having faith that way, it's just kind of like, you need a little more structure with that. Like, do you see the world we live in? Like, I am not an ethereal ass being just like shooting my consciousness at you and giving you an idea. No, I'm not. I have to communicate this, and we have the gift of technology, so we can, like, basically do the same thing but slower. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like, no, But enough of, like, telling you what you can't do. Let me tell you what you can do. So like the way you kind of like can communicate with the universe is it's like a very like push and pull type of relationship, because like in the universe that we do live in, like there's a whole like yin yang symbol, and it's positive and negative in that ever like, chase, and in the middle you find balance in some way, shape, or form by chasing, push and pull. And then like the way that it like breaks down and all that stuff is with vibrations and frequencies going like this. And your life is kind of like a slow reflection of that, where it's just like, I'm having good times, I'm having median times, I'm having bad times, I'm on the up again, I'm on top of the world, this is great, but I kind of feel like it's too good for me, so I'm gonna go down. And it just keeps going and going and going, and you're acting as a frequency whether you know it or not. And it's just kind of like, yeah. But then like once you get like yeah, like I hate to use the word like consciously aware, because like it's just like, I'm aware that like I have a car and it goes, you know what I'm saying? But like I guess it's like, whatchamacallit, more subconscious or some shit like that. But whatchamacallit. But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So how does the universe kind of communicate with you? So it's like, if you think about like, what we do have in common and what are our lighter forms of experience. Our lighter forms of experience are thought and feeling. You know what I'm saying? And like, thought can appear in many different shapes and forms. I know you're thinking right now, like, you're thinking like, I don't know. I mean, like, if you well, let's take an easy one. If you don't like me, you're like, just like, you're a kid. You don't even look like you can drink. Like, the fuck you talking, telling me about the universe and shit. And like, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, I can't tell you, like, the fuck am I trying to tell you? I'm just telling you what I'm trying to tell you, you know? Like, that's a thought. But like, as for a feeling, we had to make a difference between feelings and emotions, because you get like countless amount of feelings a day, you know? Like, you're walking around, like, you feel air, you feel the breath in your lungs, you feel this, that, and the third, and it's just kind of like, yeah, but feelings aren't emotions. You know, emotion is when you kind of grab onto a feeling, pay attention to it, and define it for yourself. You know, like we could all like sit on the damn couch and be like, oh yeah, I'm chilling, bro. But like, if you don't want to be chilling, you're gonna be mad as shit that you're sitting on the couch, because like, one, it's not great for your back. You're freaking like, you know, on many levels. Like, one, your chakras ain't gonna be aligned. Like, it's probably bad for your damn spine. You're going to be stretching out muscles that are normally supposed to keep you upright. And then when you stretch and you flex and you stretch and you flex and you don't, like, give your muscles time to rebuild, you're just going to make your muscles weaker over time. So it's just kind of like, you know, there's a lot that goes into it. But point being is that a feeling is like, you know, it's just basic input, you know? And then, like, once you bring emotion into it, it's just kind of like, it's you defining that feeling for yourself. And like, you know, of course you can use like pre-built emotions to define it and all that stuff, which you kind of do. But enough about that. So basically the whole point, I say that to say this. The universe communicates with you through like feelings, kind of like getting like random intuitive hits, being like, I feel like I need to do this right now, you know? And then like it'll be like, if things are just like falling into your lap and you're like feeling great about your life and you're like, oh fuck yeah, bro, I just got funding for my company and shit. Yeah, I can hire people and do all this shit. Fuck yeah. And like, it just keeps going and going and going, and that's just like, that's you and the universe being like in synchronicity, you know? You have no resistance as you flow down the astral sea in the alignment that it wishes you to flow with, you know? And then, so that's kind of like, that's like one way it can communicate with you. Another way is when you're walking down the damn street and you're just like, oh shit, 77. And you're just like, I saw that yesterday, the day before, a couple times the other day, and it was just like, man, what's the point of 77? You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, yeah, dude, that's like, you know, you're not really like finding that for no reason. It's just kind of like, that's what the universe is trying to tell you. It's trying to tell you 77. What does 77 mean? It basically, it means, I don't know, it could mean a couple things, you know? It could mean your spirit's vibrating in the same space for too damn long. But then again, it could also mean that, that you will be finding, you know, wisdom and knowledge on something you're seeking from someone around you, you know? Because it's 2 sevens. 7 is wisdom and knowledge and, like, you know, just knowing shit. And then, like, 2 is it's in reference to dimensions, because it's 1 through 9 and all that shit, but, like, and then 2 is reference to the second dimension, like, you know, being aware of your surroundings. So it would come from, like, someone in your surroundings, someone's trying to tell you, like, give you some wisdom, you know? And, but that's just that specific number. But, yeah, I mean, basically, that's, like, some of the ways the universe can communicate with you. It's not through, like, you know, you just praying for something and the God you believe in knows English. Like, no, it's just, like, they wouldn't communicate with that. Like, they exist in the world of freaking, like, vibrations and whatnot. So it's just, like, this is the space you're at. I send you information from the space I'm at. Here's this information from the space I'm at. And you just, like, communicate that way. You know, it's, like, it's weird, man, because, you know, like, once you can't, it's so hard to words the higher realms and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you just like, it's my point. That's how the universe works. You just feel it. Like, I could articulate it, but it's just kind of like, it's not the time and place for this video. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, that's all I got for you, man. Don't get fooled into thinking that, like, you know, higher beings and all that stuff happen to know English, like, and have vocal cords and, like, just know how to, like, think in that specific language. No. When you're a freaking higher being and you're riding the freaking astral waves and vibrations and all that shit, you just freaking, like, you know, it's just, I don't know, like speaking in a language this slow and communicating information this slow wouldn't make any sense. It's just like, how? Why? Like, unless you created a specific realm for that experience. Anyways, I hope I covered anything and I didn't like start rambling too much, but peace.